home. The horses, the trees, the sun, the pure white snow. But as I inch closer and closer to this mansion behind me called Fox Hollow Farm, I'm reminded that the remains of 11 bodies were found here in the 90s, victim of a serial killer named Herb Baumeister that lived and killed in this home.
According to police investigators, Herbert Baumeister led a double life.
Another layer of sanctity surrounding Fox Hollow Farm was stripped away.
Uncovered the remains of 5 people, including skull and
More
bones.
than 150 bone fragments, some of
Baumeister
them
had
charred.
attracted the attention of Indianapolis
Baumeister
police.
refused to be interviewed or to let them serve.
Shotgun shells and a pair of handcuffs were also among the buried bones.
But the growing list of missing men with ties to Baumeister led police to speculate about the possibility of a serial killer at work in the city's gay community.
Hey, Rob.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. Nice
Zach.
to meet you. Nice to meet you, Zach.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hi.
This is Nick and Aaron. How you doing?
Welcome to Fox Hollow.
Rob and Vicky Graves are the current homeowners of Fox Hollow Farm. Now, you both knew, moving into this home, what happened here.
Yes.
Bodies found on this property. A serial killer lived in your home. Were you prepared for the hauntings?
Initially, we tried to distance ourselves from the history, but we really feel that the spirits that are here are these unrested souls.
So you believe they are here now?
Oh, yeah. There's too many things that we can't explain.
What did you see or what did you experience here?
First experience I had was a man walking into the woods. He was a young man walking away from me. He had on a red t-shirt. I realized I could only see him from the waist up, and he just disappeared. I think he wants to show me something, but I haven't discovered what that is yet.
Herb Baumeister, do you ever sense his spirit is back at his home here?
Oh, yeah, I think that's who's in the room that I don't want to go in.
Since Vicky is a pathologist by trade, we find her experiences to be very credible. We head to the room where she experienced this very unsettling sensation. He's here?
He liked it here, and the victims are still here. His victims.
Did someone actually get physically attacked here? Like strangled or...
Joe was strangled or something around his neck in the pool, which is where probably most of the killings took place.
Can we please see the pool room?
Sure.
We are standing in the actual room where possibly these people were murdered.
The pool was a lure. He would go down to the bars downtown and lure the guys back with the promise of swimming in an indoor pool. And they came back willingly.
Little did these men know, Herb had a twisted obsession with erotic asphyxiation, whereby he strangled his victims to the point of suffocation in order to arouse himself. And through this act of perversion, strangulation became his preferred method of murder. For many of the men who swam in this pool never left it alive. Have you had experiences in this room?
I was cleaning the pool and I saw a shadow figure transition from the pump room, which seems to be a pretty active area.
Being within feet of the pool and the energy from these murders, this room could be a hot spot for our investigation. It's a weird place, man. To know how many people were killed here, that's a lot.
I believe most of them were killed in this room. And then he'd take them out the back door.
Yeah, you can see how easy it is to dispose of them just right out there.
Here in the backwoods, a mere 100 feet from the family home, is where Herb Baumeister was said to have deposited the lifeless bodies of his victims. It is on this plot of land that he burned their remains in an effort to conceal his crime. What Baumeister did not know was that the shallow grave he created would lead to his eventual undoing. Yet 20 years later, the keys to the identity of these victims are still being found.
Did you ever find anything that you can talk about?
Well, we certainly have found bones.
Yeah.
What?
Bones on the property.
If you spend enough time, you can find bones all the time.
I mean, not only are they killed violently, you're also finding the bones of the deceased that still haven't been identified.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's your recipe for a haunting right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I definitely agree.
Rob has a deeper connection to Herb.
I know, I noticed that too. I was watching him kind of put his head down.
Yeah, right. I think it's important for us to talk to Joe, the guy who lived in the apartment.
Because that's more of the physical attacks happening.
Joe?
How's it going?
Zach.
Joe LeBlanc.
How you doing?
Joe LeBlanc is a family friend and former tenant at Fox Hollow Farm.
When you lived here for 2.5 years, did you experience some stuff?
Yeah, it's horrible what happened here. You know, I thought things move on, and, well, not all of them did.
It's all surrounding this mystery door right here.
Now, when the door would knock, it was a very forceful, it would just keep knocking. Now, the last time the door knocked, from the inside, I heard the door it would creak and make noise, and I'm sitting there watching the doorknob turn. The door flew up into the wall. No joke, the door knocker is like this. It's completely horizontal, and it went up higher against this and just slammed as hard as it could.
This was an aggressive spirit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think it was Herb?
Yeah.
If this poltergeist activity is in fact Herb Baumeister, what Joe tells us next may prove that some of his victims lost their lives in this very apartment.
You can see kind of back to the back of the bedroom.
Yep.
And I swear I saw something. I see this kid running for his life. And when he ran through here and stopped, he kind of looked at me and jolted his head back and just stared at me. There's some knife marks on the wall, which they've tried to sand out, but they're right here. I believe he was killed up here.
Next to the barrage of activity experienced in the apartment, Joe takes us to where he had his most violent encounter.
So I was swimming down here, and what I felt on the back of my neck, I'll never forget it. It's like hands, the back of the palms, and the fingers went around my neck like this.
Do you think that this was Herb?
I think so.
Do you think Herb was trying to kill you?
I just felt like he was trying to let me know that he was here.
For as much as he's experienced inside the home, Joe reveals to us the disturbing details of a gruesome discovery he made on these grounds.
Well, I found a human leg in the woods.
Okay,
It's
it's a leg bone?
femur from your hip down your knee and for which side.
You found bones too.
Yeah, I found that. That was the biggest one.
We head onto the hallowed ground of this property, the backwoods, where 20 years ago, the authorities unearthed countless human remains, which were the keys to identifying some of the
18 inches long. Pretty creepy day.
People are still finding human remains in these woods on the Fox Hollow Farm property.
And the biggest thing that ever happened to me was right here. When I saw this red shirt character that Vicky saw as well.
You saw the same red shirt?
I saw him walk for 3.5 strides. It was an untucked red t-shirt. But from his groin area down, I could see through his legs. Or I felt like I was supposed to see it.
Something about this place. The violence and the countless victims killed right here. Many are still nameless. Bones are still popping up out of this ground that I'm standing on right now. It's so easy to understand why there would be spirits here that are not at rest. How many men did he
in that house. That ritual that he did when he died has a purpose.
He is probably one of the biggest serial killers in the history of the United States.
To better understand the evil once committed at Fox Hollow Farm, we arrange a meeting with an individual whose actions helped expose the nefarious activities of the alleged serial killer, Herb Baumeister.
We just hit a valuable breakthrough in our investigation. Mr. Vandegrift, who's a professional private investigator, and he was instrumental in leading the police to Herb Baumeister. Mr. Vandegrift, how you doing?
Okay.
Zach Bagans.
Nice to meet you.
This is Nick and Aaron. Mind if we have a chat?
Not at all. Come right on in.
Okay. Is it true that you are the person that led the police to Herb Baumeister?
Yes, that's true. Our investigation started in 1994. There were two different families that hired us to look for two missing people.
The families of the victims?
Correct.
They did not know that they were dead?
Correct.
Okay.
I noticed some similarities. They were both gay. They were both basically the same height, the same weight, etc. And they spent a lot of time at various gay bars in Indianapolis. We found one person that actually went with Herb on a date. A sign that said Fox something like Fox Hollow or Fox Farms or something like that. The house had an indoor pool, so they went to the indoor pool. So they're partying, and Herb starts talking to him about the erotic fixation and puts a swimming pool hose around his neck.
Herb liked to use the strangulation in a sexual way for pleasure.
Correct.
Well, that's interesting, because Joe was telling us that he felt the strangulation in the pool.
Yeah.
It's like warm hands, and the fingers went around my neck like this.
So we continued trying to gather information. Our informant found a spot Herb in the bar one night. They got his license plate number, the license plate number plus the property up there confirmed that he was the right one.
His wife never knew that Herbert was also gay.
No. By that point, him and his wife were going to divorce, and she eventually agreed to allow him to search the property, which led finding the bones.
Mm. So those woods were a dumping ground for all the bodies, and he wouldn't even bury them.
He'd burn them.
Jeez.
That's Alan.
So Alan is one of the men that Herb killed?
Yes.
How many men did he kill in that house?
I think it's 19 now.
Virgil, you know they're still finding bones coming up out of the ground, right?
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Do you think it could be in excess of 19 people?
I think he is probably one of the biggest serial killers in the history of the United States.
And Baumeister killed himself, right?
Correct. 1996. When Herb killed himself up in Canada, he kind of made a ritual type scene.
How?
Shot himself. He raised the sand up, made a kind of an altar type thing out of it. His arms were spread out. He had some dead birds laid out.
Do you think that he killed himself in this ritualistic way so that he could return to the home and that he is there with the spirits of the victims?
Highly possible.
Do you believe in the family that lives there now stating that they're seeing ghosts of the victims?
Well, I believe they've seen something. We talked to one of the other people that live there, I think a renter.
Joe.
He hasn't what she saw.
And their stories match up, too, about what they see. These ghosts there, one wearing a red shirt.
He had on a red t-shirt. I realized I could only see him from the waist up, and he just disappeared.
I saw this red shirt character that Vicky saw as well. But from his groin area down, I could see through his legs.
And even Rob himself believes that Herb's spirit does visit the house.
I think he's here.
Do you think it's possible that Herb Baumeister, his soul, could still be at Fox Hollow Farm?
That mindset might continue into the afterlife, that they're still trying to control people and outwit them. Yeah, that's possible.
That would explain some of the things going on there from what we heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could be the largest scale serial killer in the history of America, and we are in his house.
As we await the coming darkness, there's one disturbing detail from our conversation with Virgil, which brings concern for our lockdown.
That ritual that he did when he died has a purpose. Now, we have to start thinking in the afterlife.
Yeah.
If his soul is at Hollow Farms, he's still gonna want to be in control. We're gonna find out what happens if his soul is there, if we take that control from him.
If there's any victims here, and you were killed by Herb, we'd like to try and help you. Herb, if you're still here, are you a demon?
As we begin our investigation of Fox Hollow Farm, our audio tech Jay Wasley hears a loud noise come from the pool room in the basement where it is said many of Herb Baumeister's victims were killed.
This investigation, this home, has me on edge unlike any other, because I can't believe the house is still here, and this shot right here is the swimming pool where he did much of his killings inside of that pool.
Hey, Herb? Herb, if you're still here at your home, I want to tell you that you're an evil man. You killed a lot of men in here. A guy named Joe, not too long ago here, your spirit. You still here, Herb?
Reaching the swimming pool, where a victim who survived talked to a detective that we spoke to earlier, and the victim said that Herb tried strangling him in this pool with a pool hose.
Herb puts a swimming pool hose around his neck.
I'm gonna go on the other side, go watch it. We have the camera over there too, Aaron. Don't fall in. Joe was saying too that this hose in here for the pool was the original hose that was here when they bought the house. So you wonder if it strangled someone there? Yeah, right there. That one, right in front of Zach. So that may be the hose that was used to possibly. And here's Jay's shotgun mic right there.
Are you in here? If you are, just let you know we're gonna be here all night. I bet she's just sitting watching.
If there's any victims here, and you were strangled, and you were killed by Herb, we'd like to try and help you.
I wonder how many times he sat here and looked out this window at all and knowing what he just put in that forest, you know?
Herb would take the bodies right through this door and drag them out right there to the woods.
These woods are where they found the remains of 11 victims, and there are said to be more, as human remains are still being discovered to this day.
Well, we certainly have found bones.
Yeah.
That's actually where I found that femur.
So if you don't like strangers and you want us out of your house, talk on that recorder.
Those are Nick and Aaron's sweet fever. Hey, Herb, if you're here and you killed yourself, did you want to return back to this house where you killed and kept all these men? What was inside your mind? family, you took care of them, but why did you have this other life? Were you a demon? If you're a victim, over here and talk to us on this. We're trying to figure out who's here. Is Herb keeping your spirit here? Do you want us to tell your family anything? You're gonna have to speak in this device. Play back.
What was that? Whoa! Yeah, holy f***. It said help. You're right, listen.
That was weird. Stay there, guys.
That voice came exactly after I saw the white mist right here. Help. What's creepy about that voice?
Sounds like he's losing. No, you know what it sounds like? He's gasping for help. Like, help.
No, it sounds like
He's like getting choked out.
It is right after I see a white mist with my own eyes that, ironically, this Class A EVP saying help comes through the recorder. Is this possibly the spirit of Alan that Vicky saw twice with her own eyes?
There was certainly a victim named Alan. She said, well, I didn't tell you, but that's the second time I've seen it.
Do you think that was a victim saying that, or do you think that was Herb saying that? Is the question.
Dude, that just said Herb did it. Did you hear it?
Can you take us to where your body is? What is below our feet?
After receiving several significant EVP responses in the basement of Fox Hollow Farm, we decide to use another way of communicating using radio waves through the electromagnetic spectrum with our SB7 spirit box.
Did he kill you in this hole? Look, I know you may not still be at rest because no one knows what happened to your name. If you're here and you're wearing a red t-shirt, can you come over and talk to us and tell us what your first name is? What was it? It was Dave.
Aaron immediately reacts to this EVP, thinking it says the name Dan, but after further review and analysis, we make it out to be, I'm dead.
Can you come over and talk to us and tell us what your first name is? Can you tell me the name of the man that killed you?
Is this the spirit of one of Herb's victims telling us that he knows that he's dead, but he isn't aware of who killed him from possibly being too intoxicated while in the midst of erotic asphyxiation?
Can you tell me the name of the man that killed you? How many men did Herb kill in this house?
Herb did it. Dude, that just said Herb did it. Did you hear it?
I heard it.
Herb said,
Dude, I swear to God, he said Herb did it. How many men did Herb kill in this house?
Herb did it.
How many bodies are on this property still buried?
Many times when we are talking to spirits through the spirit box, we will capture balls of light and visual anomalies disappearing in and out of our speaker. And just as a spirit comes through and says, Herb did it, this light anomaly that we debunk as not being dust or an explainable artifact disappears right into our speaker. Which at that time I also feel a heavy pressure on my chest, which forces me to lean back as my heart rate begins to accelerate.
Herb Baumeister, are you here?
We continue continue to walk around the basement area, but no other communication comes through, so we decide to head out into the woods where all of the bodies were dumped and where a previous tenant witnessed the same red-clothed apparition that Vicky saw.
I saw this red shirt character that Vicky saw as well. It was an untucked red t-shirt.
This is also where a mysterious black figure seems to lurk in the woods.
A black object that's darker than dark, and it changes as it runs.
How many bodies are in these woods?
Alan, are you here with us? I'm here.
Yeah.
It goes, I'm here. Alan, are you here with us? I'm here.
Yeah.
It goes, I'm here.
Alan, who killed you? Alan, can you take us to where your body is? Which way do we walk?
In the middle.
Can you take us to where your body is? Which way do we walk?
In the middle. Do we go straight?
How many more bodies are out here? Is that a bush?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Found it. I just heard it say found
Yeah,
it.
I heard that too.
Found it. I just heard it say found
Yeah,
it.
I heard that too. What did we find? What is below our feet? How many bodies are here?
After we receive the voice saying, "Found it," which we believe is telling us the spot where Alan's body was dumped, all of the voices go silent as you can hear nothing but white noise. It is at this time that all three of us become speechless and overcome with sadness as we feel we just made communication with a spirit not at rest that was killed by a serial killer.
Knock on that door, Herb.
You guys just hear that? I heard that with my own ears, bro.
After a profound spirit box session in the woods on the Fox Hollow Farm property, where we believe we made contact with a victim of the alleged serial killer Herb Baumeister, we return inside the home to continue our investigation.
I'm telling you, there's something weird up in that room.
You should go to that apartment by yourself.
No, there's like a real negative feeling up there.
Well, just go up there and we're gonna watch it from here.
Let's go.
No, I got it.
Watch it take over.
Rolling recorder. Nick by himself, second floor. We're in complete darkness. Walking into the apartment. Can't see anything. There's someone in this room? Earlier, Joe was talking about some knife marks on this wall that they covered up. Possibly those could be knife marks from when someone tried escaping.
There's some knife marks on the wall, which they tried to sand out, but they're right here.
Is anybody in this back room? Somebody has been seen walking through here. If you're one of the victims that was assaulted here and you tried to escape, I don't mean you any harm at all. I just want to talk to you. Moving. Something in this closet. Whatever the hell this is. What is this, a room? Closet? Someone back here? Should your hideout? What the f*** is this? It's completely silent up here. What is the name of the victim that was up here? What were you trying to do? Were you trying to escape out this window? Were you trying to free yourself? Did he knife you right here? Strangle you? What did Herb do to you right here? We need to know that you're here. Make that sound. What was that? Did you guys just hear that? I don't have a walkie-talkie. Did you guys just hear that?
It was the door. Dude, the door, you hear that knock? That was right behind the camera, so that'd be the door out back. He wasn't even moving, so right.
What was that? You guys can hear me. Get up here quick.
Let's go for something.
Aaron and I immediately grab gear and head outside to check the exterior of the door to make sure no one is out there on the property while Nick stays inside the apartment.
Knock on that door, Herb.
We just captured the audio of the brass door knocker being knocked once. And when we do a side-by-side comparison with when I was doing single knocks with Joe earlier at the apartment, the audio matches perfectly.
Yeah. Oh my God, I heard that with my own ears, bro, and there's something negative up here.
What's your name?
I know you're back here. Oh,
dude. While investigating the apartment at Fox Hollow Farm, Nick feels a sudden rush of negative energy.
And there's something negative up here.
I immediately head upstairs to see if we can uncover the source.
But I'm still not scared. This is what I do. Come over here, he's in here. Right in there. I went to walk in and I could see this dark figure just standing there staring at me.
We can hear it.
I know, he's in here.
Dude, it was so creepy.
Walk in there, you'll feel him in there, dude. And I keep feeling like my throat is just like closing in.
Hold on. Who's in here? Who are you? Can you make whatever sound we heard about 5 minutes ago? Who are you?
Are you here? Can you talk to us now?
As we get closer to this back closet, the air thickens, and it feels like a charge of static electricity begins affecting our bodies. All three of us know we are getting close to something, and this is exactly when we get two chilling, intelligent responses.
Why are you in here? Why are you in here? Okay, you want me to come in? Okay, you want me to come in?
What's your name?
I feel like it's like a portal, like a vortex or something, but it's like a doorway.
As we push deeper and deeper into the closet, once again the voices go silent and the air in the environment baselines back to normal. After feeling this happen immediately following a session of intelligent communication, we feel that sharing these tidbits of information is helping the spirits move on.
Trying to talk to the victims. Possibly could still be stuck here. I want them to move on, leave this place, especially if he's controlling their soul in the afterlife. We'll move on to a better place, hoping that there's somewhere better that they can go than this place.
We now decide to do a thermal imaging sweep of the entire property, including the woods.
What's over there? Moving around.
Evidence on thermal normal, but during our sweep, Billy heads upstairs to the apartment to start breaking down the cameras. Before he does this, he decides to ask the spirits to manipulate his flashlight, because earlier when he was setting up, that is exactly what happened with absolutely no explanation.
I walked up here before I hit record, and I walked up to this camera and I felt really weird, and my flashlight, which is super bright right now, went all the way dim until it went off and I had no flashlight. Do it again.
It is at this exact moment that a very strange light anomaly manifests in the back of the room. Watch closely as this mist shoots up the contour of the ceiling, then seems to glide down the ceiling where it runs along the angled section before disappearing by the cabinet, right where the previous tenant collapsed on the floor in a pool of his own blood.
I fell to the ground and I woke up in a pool of blood.
We debunked this anomaly as not being a dust particle, as throughout the entire night, this high-definition night vision camcorder does not capture any dust particles. Is this visual evidence of how spirit energy travels quickly back and forth between our world and theirs? And is this what charges our... The Graveyard of the Pacific, a treacherous nautical region within the Pacific Northwest, has claimed thousands of ill-fated ships and countless lives. The mouth of the Columbia River, where violent currents collide with the powerful tides of the Pacific Ocean, is known to be especially deadly. We begin the first of several investigations of this region in Astoria, Oregon, where the effects of this watery grave has cast a shadow of dread over this portside town.
Are you gentlemen ready to enter the mysterious town of Astoria, Oregon? Sitting on the mouth of the Columbia River, many hauntings throughout the town.
We are absolutely ready, sir. This just feels the right way to enter into Astoria. Spence, do you think that there are ghosts in Astoria?
I know there are ghosts in Astoria.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I got one living in my house, actually.
Absolutely. So it's a very haunted town.
Right, are we gonna make it, Spence?
Is this a sign? Our car just died the second we got into Astoria.
There we go.
Is this our first paranormal encounter?
Right when I said I believe in ghosts. Gentlemen, there's one place I must warn you that we best not go, and that is the Astoria Underground.
Why is that?
Well, you never know what's lurking down there. A lot of sketchy things going on down there over this last century of its existence.
To protect itself from the volatile flooding of the Columbia River, Astoria was built on a stilt-like system, which resulted in a town comprised almost entirely from wood. But these efforts created an unforeseen weakness when in 1922 a massive fire ravaged the town to the ground. During reconstruction, the foundation was reconstituted out of cement and cinder block, creating the Astoria Underground, an intricate network of tunnels which spans the underbelly of the city.
Gentlemen, we have arrived at your destination, the Liberty Theater. Wow, look at this place.
Wow. Located in the downtown section of Astoria, the Liberty Theater was birthed out of the fire of 1922. And located deep within the basement is one of our access points to the highly charged and dangerous Astoria Underground. Where we meet an individual who claims to have captured an endless labyrinth.
Ross, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Now, is it my understanding that you're one of the few people that's actually been in the underground?
That is correct.
How do you access the underground from the Liberty Theater?
We're right over there.
That's the door.
Yep.
You captured something on camera. It's pretty chilling. What is it?
Well, I was over here filming with my team.
So you haven't even made it into the underground yet?
No. We're just right out here. I didn't notice that there was something standing next to me, and you can see it in the video. But then all of a sudden, a dark mass darts right in front of me. All of a sudden, that door opened and slammed shut. We went chasing after it. And as soon as we got into the underground, all of a sudden this knocking started happening. And we'd get closer and closer to it, and then it would stop. And then once it'd pick up again, it's somewhere else. So it was like playing cat and mouse with this thing.
Did you make it through the entire underground section of the Liberty?
I would probably say about a good 30% of it.
What do you think would or could have happened if you came into contact with this black mass?
I'm not sure.
Though Ross and his team only covered about 30% of the Liberty Theater's underground, once we fully investigate the entire space, we wonder how the entity he documented will present itself to us. And to better understand who or what is haunting the underground, we need to consider the source may stem from a dark chapter in Astoria's past, and the victims of one man in particular.
Astoria, it saw Shanghaiing at its worst. Bunko Kelly, one of the worst crimps in the Shanghaiing history, worked in the underground. Bunko Kelly would basically kidnap these people, collect the blood money from kidnapped sailors, and deliver them to their enslavers.
Yeah.
Pure evil. There was murder, there was mayhem. All of this has settled down at the bottom like gold in a gold pan, and it's just waiting down there in the underground. That's where secrets are kept.
And to further explore how Shanghaiing has helped influence the energy that is brewing beneath our feet, we gain access to another entry point into the underground, which is rumored to still hold on to the wounds of this city.
How you doing? I'm Zach.
I'm Diana.
This is Aaron.
I'm Diana Colleen. Welcome to Colleen. Yes.
Can I meet them?
Yes.
And I want to meet them for one reason. Butchers are known to be very tough. Are you scared of the underground?
Oh, it's creepy.
It is creepy.
It's creepy, especially on the other side of the wall, man. Back on the other. Oh, yeah.
Why is it creepy?
Temperature. This is weird. It changes instantly.
You just feel like something's wrong.
I want to know about the room that has a really bad vibe to it. I'm going to put my mask on, okay? Because I've got allergy-induced asthma. Have you ever been down here? And be honest, have you ever been affected?
Come down and see.
We'll take care of it.
It's okay.
I'm nervous. I'm really nervous right now.
I'll take care of you, okay?
I bet you will.
Check it out. Come on, guys. You're not anywhere yet.
So the entrance in the underground is through there?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you scared?
No, not scared, but
if you really are chasing paranormal, you have to look at this. Come on. No, you'll like it.
oh my gosh. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff right here. There's the chains that people get hung on right there.
This isn't the ghost room, though.
What is the ghost room?
You're not even close. Don't touch anything as we go through here.
What?
It can kill you.
This doesn't feel right. There is not good vibes in here at all.
If you can imagine 1922, the Chinese, really, they did most of the building for Astoria. They were forced to live down here in the basement of buildings.
There's bad vibes in here.
Come in. I know somebody died there.
What?
In that chair. Yeah, it looks like somebody was...
Somebody was what?
hurt there, don't you think?
Yeah, I can feel it.
I feel it. I understand it.
What was this? This seems like an escape route. Look at this weird pattern on the roof. Like,
It's framed out.
It's framed out, yeah.
It could have been a Shanghai trapdoor.
Wasn't a good thing. You don't keep people in the basement. You don't Shanghai them on ships. You don't do that and have that be an okay thing.
And all that energy's still in here.
It's still here. There's something wrong. Definitely wrong. In here.
So getting my first impressions of the underground, she was accurate in saying somebody was killed in that room.
That's what I feel. And I know that. You know, it's just what I know.
Right. She's kept coaxing you. Come on, let me show you this. Come on, you're going to love it.
I think she's affected.
It is really negative down here. It's like I'm it's completely awful.
There's something wrong here.
Can you guys hear me?
Whatever's causing the curse is in the underground.
I'm so scared.
Our investigation of the Astoria underground takes a surprising turn when we uncover the story of a film which not only has a unique tie to this Oregon seaside town, but whose influence is drawn from one of the most celebrated authors of horror ever to set pen to paper.
We already know Astoria is a mysterious town. One of the movies that was recently filmed here, I think like 10 years ago, was Cthulhu.
Wasn't that the one where the guy gets part of some scary cold story? Yeah, deadly cultist.
And Cthulhu is a short story by H.P. Lovecraft. But here's the thing, the mysteries of H.P. Lovecraft circle back here again. He wrote this short story called The Shadow of Innsmouth. But the writer of Cthulhu that filmed here obviously used elements of H.P. Lovecraft and put it into their script. When he was here scouting locations, he went back to Portland and met this Magister Templi of the Church of Satan. He was telling the writer things that happened down in the tunnels that this writer already wrote about for the movie that he thought was fictional. So there's no telling what is in the underground and what we're gonna face.
As we set out to understand these parallels and how they may provide insight to the dangers that lie within the underground, we contact the writer of the film Cthulhu to discuss the Pandora's box, which we're about to open.
Like it won't allow us to connect.
When suddenly it appears
There's a noise.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere.
Right?
Grant, how you doing?
Good. You speak at last.
I know.
That took some doing. The ghost in the machine got in our way for quite a while.
Yes, it did. An article came about Cthulhu and the experiences that you had making this film, and you met a Magister Templi.
Diabolus Rex. I met him at the very first reading of the script. A very serious Satanist, is the child of Satanists. Grew up in a house in Astoria. He told me that his bedroom opened onto the tunnels. He was interested in the project because he felt that the resonances between Astoria itself and the town of Innsmouth in Lovecraft's work were mysterious and compelling, and he said that we were kind of opening a door between the world of the occult and the quotidian by doing this work, and he was interested in it.
Wow. As Grant and his team filmed in Astoria, the crew experienced some unforeseen misfortune as strange parallels to H.P. Lovecraft's work began to emerge. And this may prove a curse transcended Grant's fictional work, which affected him in a very real way.
Definitely, if there was a curse, we were under it. The movie bankrupted me and destroyed my reputation and forced me to live for a decade in Mexico to recuperate my sanity. At the very end of the shooting, in March of 2006, just the cameraman and the director got in a car and went around and just did pickup shots all around Astoria. They went up onto the hill where that tower is, overlooking Astoria. At the top of the tower is Diabolus Rex.
What? Oh my God.
The curator here gave us to look at, I think these are some of your storyboards.
Wow.
We're just getting ready to go into the underground here, and as I'm looking at this, all it is talking about is the sounds of running are heard once again in the darkness of the tunnel.
It's the scene shot in the underground.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You are stirring up an energy. The idea of an underground under the fictional city was entirely conceived and put in the script before we had any idea that such a thing existed in Astoria.
This guy makes a movie that deals with ancient demons. And then all of a sudden, he believes that he was cursed. Whatever's causing the curse is in the underground.
Right.
As we are preparing for our investigation, it seems as though strange phenomena continues to occur. Are these events tied to of the underground?
Come on, hurry up. You got it?
Yeah.
My assistant, Bacon, and Dakota, they were just bringing the gear down, and now they're stuck in the elevator. Can you guys hear me? Where are you stuck at? You can hear them talking. So they just called for help on the phone. Are you guys all right?
After being trapped for over an hour, my assistant and Dakota are finally freed from the elevator.
Thank you so much. You're out. Holy crap, dude. We went down 2 floors. That was so scary. Just when we're talking about the curse, too. Like 10 minutes ago.
While we can't definitively prove that we are in the midst of a curse, we can recollect another production crew that once was.
What the writer just told us about his movie Cthulhu and what happened to him and the crew when they were here filming it, what was happening to them is what H.P. Lovecraft wrote about. People like us uncovering a hidden reality, and then once they find out about it, things like ancient demons and aliens and stuff like that make them crazy. And it's just like things are getting weird here.
We just found a big room. Who's there?
We are walking downtown Astoria right now. The fog is starting to roll back in. It's dark, it's gloomy. Perfect. But none of that matters, because where we're going, we're not going to see anybody. We're not going to hear anybody. We're not going to breathe fresh air. We are going underground right now.
Aaron and Billy will be investigating a separate underground section from where Jay and I will be. Their access point is underneath the butcher shop where a very evil entity resides. Jay and I are targeting 2 square blocks of underground, which we will enter from the Liberty Theater access point. Jay and I will also be wearing protective suits and respirators, because this particular section of the underground contains dangerous contaminants.
You know, it's crazy, but we've never been down here.
Like you said, we shot here. That way is totally different. We just found a big room in the underground. We're gonna walk over, see how far this goes. Jerry, stick close. Hello? Hello? Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's somebody in here. What was that?
Some kind of bang.
Yeah. Alright, we heard a door open, now we're hearing bangs all around us. One just went down Someone down there? Here we go.
I think he's talking.
What's that, Jay? Who's in there?
Oh, it's just wreckage. It's just junk.
Who's there?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Who's there? What's behind this wall, Jay?
Just a bunch of junk. Looks like trash.
See in there? Be careful.
See some old bottles. It's just it's like a bunch of common trash.
I feel like something just rushed at me too at the same time.
Jay and I both feel some type of energy field rush towards us, even though we are both aiming in different directions.
It's like a bunch of common trash.
I feel like something just rushed at me too at the same time.
At this same moment, Jay's camera captures two visual anomalies that strangely move together in tandem. We cannot conclude they are paranormal, but it's very coincidental that they appear right before we feel an energy pass through us.
Something is keeping the camera.
It's completely different down here.
Sure.
Yeah. What?
Stop and listen.
No. Now I do. Shh.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Oh, this is gonna sound so stupid.
What happened?
I'm on such high alert right now. I got swooped and this bug just sit past my ear and I lost it, dude. I was like, oh, you know, like, that little weird thing they do is like, right by me, and it's just like, oh my God. Oh, it wasn't even paranormal, that's how scary it was.
Okay. Did it go right in your ear?
It just went past my ear, like,
That's still scary.
enough to go,
That's still scary though.
but then you realize it's a bug.
Oh my God, bro. That's still scary though.
But then you realize it's a bug. Bug.
Oh my God, bro.
That was a warning. What happened? I heard a bug, I got freaked out, we're laughing, having a good time, and then that, bam!
Right.
Like, hey, don't forget. Somebody die here? Come here. Show yourself.
As we search for the dark and oppressive forces that are lingering within the Astoria underground,
Show yourself.
I decide to use an old-fashioned disposable camera to see if I can capture a visual of this shadow figure that we were shown evidence of earlier.
Jay.
Yeah?
Jay, come here.
Where did that staircase go?
Jay.
Here, take that, you okay?
Oh my God. I don't know. It's just like a very, very powerful energy right here.
All of a sudden, a very strong energy hits me at the base of these stairs. I feel disoriented and confused. Could this be residual energy from something bad that happened in this very spot? Or are we in the presence of a powerful spirit?
Whatever is down here underground, I want you to come to my voice. I want you to come to my voice. Yeah, this is in plain view.
Yeah, it's in plain view, so... Man.
You didn't hear that?
No, what
I heard this like...
No. Hey, I'm gonna fire up this...
Whoa. Did you hear that?
No.
Are you serious?
No, it sounds different over here where I'm at.
You didn't hear that?
No, what'd you hear?
It was like... right or just annoy you. So you might as well show up right here.
Make it easy on yourself.
Right next to me, right here. I know this room. Whoa.
What?
Whoa, I just saw something cold right here. Dude, I just saw a glowing orb.
Hold on. Something just moved in this room behind me.
There's a stick or a piece of wood or something.
From Billy's camera, you can barely hear this noise, but when we replay the audio from the X camera directly behind him, it's much louder.
Hold on.
I begin using the Ovulus 4 device to see if what I'm feeling at the base of these stairs will communicate with us. And as I begin asking questions, we capture something absolutely chilling.
What is at these stairs that I'm feeling? Somebody died here? What is in these tunnels? Where should we go? What was that gargling sound? I have no idea. Oh, what's behind you, Jay?
Just as I hear a gargling sound behind me, a shadowy black unexplained mass appears to move to my right side, in the same area where I just heard this disturbing sound.
What was that gargling sound? I have no idea. Whoa, what's behind you, Jay?
Ashes. Mad.
Ashes mad? Just said up, ashes, mad.
Zach.
What?
The fire.
Oh, that's right.
Most of the city burned down, and this was like the remaining bits.
Oh, so...
We're in the ash of Astoria right now.
Right, but is he talking about up, ground level, ashes, mad? Because of the fire?
Maybe. Or maybe he burned up in the fire. Maybe someone that died in the fire.
Wasn't there like 2 fires that broke through
there?
Yeah,
2 fires that burned down almost the whole city.
On December 8th, 1922, the fatal Astoria fire ripped through this downtown area, destroying as many as 30 blocks. Could this be a forgotten spirit who fell victim to that fiery blaze?
We're coming back.
What is coming towards us?
As our investigation of the Graveyard of the Pacific continues, we move deeper into the Astoria underground, only to become unnerved by the oppressive energy around us.
The feeling in here is just, it's so scary. And like, you hear these noises or you bump into something even if it's not paranormal, and you're just like, you know?
I know.
But it's not that the noises are so scary, it's the feeling in this room.
It's the feeling. We're coming back.
Look, we've gone through way too much the last few days not to come back here and just figure out what you are. Oh God! Move! Move! What was that, dude? What was that?
What happened? Aaron, what happened?
Oh, what I felt?
What? Yeah.
I thought a rat jumped and bounced off and went somewhere else. That's my first thought was rat. And I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
What's also extremely compelling is that just a couple seconds before Aaron feels something, this light anomaly appears to go right into him.
I'm just telling you, I thought it was a rat. If I had to pee, I would have pissed. How was that? Did you hear that? It felt like cue balls hitting it. It felt like someone just broke a cue table, like a pull and pull, like.
Literally like a giant maze down.
Jay and I have no idea that we just captured a black mass, as it manifested literally on me. However, the feelings down here are numbing. It's hard to speak. We are not in any comfortable world to us whatsoever.
What do you mean by up ashes mad? Are you a victim of the fire? Is that what you mean by up, above ground, the fire?
Are you mad the city burned?
Can you talk into this?
Got a really cold gust of wind just came through.
Whoa, what the hell was that? God, do you feel that?
It's ice cold. It's blowing right through here now.
Yeah, oh my God, feel this, Jay.
I can feel it.
Is that you? What is coming? What is coming towards us?
receive a threatening command.
We're so low in the ground.
All of a sudden, both Jay and I hear a blood-curdling scream that travels through the tunnels, and it's captured even louder on the X camera behind us. Here's the enhanced audio. We now receive these words on the ovulus.
Give us a message. What did that scream mean?
Empath. No.
God.
Release.
He says, what did that scream mean? Empath. No. Release.
Could this scream be a spirit in agony who knows that I'm an empath? So she's asking me to help release her? Billy and Aaron now discover the room where the owner of the butcher shop claims someone was killed.
I know somebody died there. That chair, I feel it.
This is also where she believes the evil spirit resides.
It is really negative down here.
This Bluetooth speaker is connected to my phone. It also has a microphone, which allows hands-free talking. We're going to call my phone from Aaron's phone from way at the front of the building. So when we make a phone call to this room, if there's a spirit here, we'll be able to talk to the spirit. We're hopefully capturing EVP. But what's cool is we're making a cellular connection, and our voices are traveling through that cellular connection, and then they're traveling through the Bluetooth. And all those things are electromagnetic fields. We're hoping that maybe the spirit that we're trying to communicate will be able to come through anywhere between this phone and the phone call over there, which is all the way through the building. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, crap. When I said come through, it just, like something just reached right up my shoulder and touched me. Aaron, come over here and feel this. Feel how strong this is. Ooh, my arm's frozen right now.
Just as Billy is interrupted by a strong energy, look what happens to the tri-field meter.
Feel how strong this is. Ooh. Okay, we gotta do this experiment. Here's what's gonna happen. By making a connection between the two cell phones, we have the cellular lines which send electromagnetic fields along with the Bluetooth. There it is again. It's just like, oh my God, what the hell?
Jay, you hear me?
We can talk back. Oh my
God! What's going on at the Norblad is really serious.
I immediately felt something negative. I knew there was a demon down there. I felt it starting to attack my spine. The pain was unbelievable.
Is it down here now?
Yeah, it's right over there in the corner. This one's especially nasty.
As Billy and Aaron are about to conduct an experiment inside a room of the Astoria underground, where it's been said that someone was murdered, something begins to make its presence known.
There it is again. It's just like, oh my God, what the hell?
As the energy grows stronger, Billy and Aaron immediately leave the room to make their phone call back to the Bluetooth speaker and digital recorder, which are positioned in the other room.
Right here, where we are now. We're underneath the sidewalk, right?
Yeah, we're back where the chains are at the very beginning, so we're way, way far away from that room. So this is a remote EVP session.
Are there any spirits back there now that we left?
What would be really weird is if you spoke back to us right now, because you have an open speaker that you can do that.
Can you say something?
While the guys don't receive any voices audibly over the phone, they do receive an EVP on the digital recorder, and as they are making the long journey back to the room to review that recorder, what sounds like an absolutely crystal clear child's voice is captured on the X camera's audio. This sounds like a female or child saying, "Talk to you." As Aaron and Billy review the recorder from the experiment, they discover a message that's very similar to what was just captured on this camera's audio.
We can talk back! Oh my god! God, did you hear it? We can talk back. And it's all cool. We can talk back. Yeah. Oh my god! It worked. Oh, it totally worked.
The girl after I say, yeah, I go, I hear Bill, and then you hear a girl.
Right there.
Like a kid.
As Jay and I are investigating 2 square blocks of underground, the worst thing happens. We become separated and cannot find each other.
I don't know where Zach went in the tunnels. We were together for a while, we got lost. This is the last area where we were when I saw him.
Jay! Jay! Jay, do you hear me? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah! Where are you? I can hear you!
Sudden, I hear Jay scream in the distance, and as you can see on this X camera, he is in complete pitch darkness when he accidentally steps into a hole and badly injures his ankle.
তুমি দিয়েছ এক কষ্টের নদী, দিয়েছ এক কষ্টের নদী আমার চোখে ঢেলে, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান আমায় গেছো ভুলে, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বন্ধু আমায় গেছো ভুলে, দিয়েছ এক কষ্টের নদী, দিয়েছ এক কষ্টের নদী আমার চোখে ঢেলে, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান আমায় গেছো ভুলে, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান আমায় গেছো ভুলে। নতুন সাথী করো, আমাকে ছেড়ে যদি সুখী হতে পারো তাহলে ফিরে এসো না, নতুন সাথী করো, ভাবতে ভাবতে জীবন কাটাবো, ভাবতে ভাবতে জীবন কাটাবো, কেন এমন হলো, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান গেছো আমায় ভুলে, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান গেছো আমায় ভুলে। কষ্টে আছো তুমি, ফিরে এসো আগের মতো ভালোবাসবো আমি। যদি শুনি আমি না কষ্টে আছো তুমি, ফিরে এসো আগের মতো ভালোবাসবো আমি। তোমায় কথা দিলাম আমি, তোমায় কথা দিলাম আমি আল্লাহর কসম বলে। নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান গেছো আমায় ভুলে, নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বন্ধু গেছো আমায় ভুলে। একদিন তোমার ভুল ভেঙে ফিরে আসবে যখন, শাহজাহানের হলেও হতে পারে গো মরণ। একদিন তোমার ভুল ভেঙে ফিরে আসবে যখন, শাহজাহানের হলেও হতে পারে গো মরণ। অন্তিম কালে দেখা যাইও, অন্তিম কালে দেখা যাইও একটু সময় হলে। নতুন সাথী পেয়ে বেঈমান গেছো আমায় ভুলে, নতুন মানুষ পেয়ে বেঈমান গেছো আমায় ভুলে। দিয়েছো এক কষ্টের নদী, তুমি দিয়েছো এক কষ্টের নদী আমার চোখ